welcome to the next part of our Leopard 2A6... Oh, shit. Oops, sorry. No. This is the Leopard 2A6 build video. What we did here was... Sorry about the noise, I'm hand-holding. We used our sacrificial Henglong Abrams to test different colors of panel liner, chipping compound, streaking grime, etc. And I've come up with my package of what I'm going to use. Here's a little test area I did in the front. It's a little... Focus. Okay, so we've got some light, well, moderate chipping, light chipping, and we've got some streaking grime, and we've got some dark gray panel liner in here. We did a little on the upper the turret here, you know, and just played around. Some on the rivets, bolt heads, and the rings there, a little chipping up there. But yeah, I like it. That's where we're going. So, this is dark gray panel line accent color we're going to use. My track black I made for my Japanese Type 10 that had, I put metal tracks on, needed to paint them, and streaking grime. Track black, I don't even remember what the hell's in here. There's some black iron, there's some red brown, some NATO black, I don't know. But there's enough in here to chip up one tank, I think. And then the dark gray. So the gray, the normal gray that well, not gray. That's from that Nicolas Cage movie where you mix the white powder druggy substance with the powder you put in a thing that goes bang. I'm not gonna get I'm monetized anyway. Gunpowder and Coke is gray. Or so the movie said. And streaking grime, and we apply the streaking grime the way we normally apply it. The chipping, the way we chew it, with the little spongy bits, and the panel liner with the little baby brush. And the baby brush for this jar of panel liner fell off into the bottle. And I had to steal the brush from the gray panel liner, so whatever. Okay, we'll BRB with some progress. Oh my god, people. GoPro has gone too far. Now every time I open my damn app, since they announced the GoPro Hero 8 Black, whatever it is, like yesterday... Oh, all of a sudden my app won't let me get to my friggin' camera until I somehow accept view... Oh, get the new camera. Oh, okay. It doesn't give you an option to opt out of the stupid ad. Whatever. I haven't ranted in a while. I felt good. So, and the app's it's misbehaving. So they're like, oh, your GoPro 5 must be going bad. It's old. This thing, I've barely ever used it. Come on. All right. I'm praying to the modeling gods to give me the strength to finish the panel liner on all of these little lug nuts on all the road wheels. Oh my gosh. I've complained once. I've complained twice. I've probably complained 3 times about doing panel liner. It never gets funner. And on this white tank, holy crap, this is the last time I'm painting a tank white, I'll tell you that right now. Since everything's white, it's all about the panel liner with this son of a bitch. So if you watch the guys online who build the Gundams, the Gunpla, the Master Grade, all these crazy Gundam kits, you know, half the time they don't even paint the kit, they just assemble it in all the white plastic goodness, and then do everything, for the most part, with just Tamiya panel liner. And they get really excellent results. I mean, the thing's already white. You don't necessarily need to paint it white. Some guys do, and it looks even better, because they use like a slightly off-white, like one of those Tamiya, you know, classic whites. But man, oh man, this tank has a lot of nooks and crannies, just like any modern tank, but all those nooks and crannies demand panel liner. Stupid little gasket for the cap, for the panel line accent. But, I mean, you could kind of see where it's coming along. You could see panel lined, well, that one I missed a nut. You could see with the panel liner versus without. And then I haven't done anything from like here back to here yet. I just did a little up here. But you can see the difference how things pop. And especially on the top of the tank. I mean, that really livens her up. Just having the panel liner on there wakes it right up, man. It's worth the trouble. It's worth it. It's a slow, torturous death. You know, the minutes of your life ticking by as you meticulously apply and not try to drip too much, and totally worth it, though. Good results. Fantastic. Love it. Panel liner for life. Yes, panel liner for life. I don't want to throw any gang symbols. You do things with your hands now, like you make the OK symbol, and you're labeled something. You know, if you made a peace sign, who knows? So thumbs up, I think thumbs up. Is thumbs up still okay? Thumbs up to panel liner. All right, there we go. I'll feel it in the comments if a thumbs up is some new slight against a particular people or class or gender or identity or something, or maybe it's against the airplane modelers. I don't know. There's got to be someone insulted by a thumbs up in some culture, belief, way of life, walk of life, or something to that effect. Because, you know, something triggers everybody. A glass of milk sitting on a table could set off a person with the correct mental disorder in play. So, there we go. Don't leave milk out on the table. Bad idea. Dangerous. Okay. I'm going to finish. Oh, these little dots. Oh, these little nuts. And, oh boy. Yeah, the drive sprockets are particularly nutty. But either way, not nuttier than me. But I'll come back when that's done, and then we'll carry on. Not tonight. I'm done. Panel liner, it wears me out. I can't. After that, I'm done. After this, we do chipping. After chipping, we do some streak and grime, maybe some oil stains, and then we clear it. And then, well, I still got to build the MG3. I'm going to do some minimal stowage. Then we're done. That's it. All right, maybe a little dirt. Maybe a little bit of dirt. I don't know. We'll see. We'll figure something out. Either way, BRB. Okay, guys. Yeah. Whoa. She sounds good. Whoop. Whoopsie daisy. There we go. All right. Now that I'm 100% demoralized from doing panel liner for the last couple hours, yeah, I did the whole thing in a couple hours, and that included an interlude session with a buddy on the phone, helping him resurrect a very cool pickup truck, just like I have, a 2002 SVT Lightning that was sitting for many years and neglected due to the untimely passing of her original owner, which was a very good friend of mine. So, helping out one of my new best friends. So that took a little time away from the tank tonight, but all of our panel liner is there. Now, panel liner doesn't have to be perfect. With a white tank, it has to be a little more perfect. You got to try a little harder, be a little more careful. I got a couple of little bleed spots here and there, but either way, paint covers most sins. Stickers cover some of paint sins. Accessories cover more sins. Panel liner sometimes creates its own sins on top of the paint when it's white or tan. If you're dealing with light colors, panel liner can be tricky. That being said, we have to do chipping. Chipping covers more sins. And then after that, grime and other weathering techniques. And that'll cover even more sins. It's going to make the tank look more and more realistic as we go along. That's only for the newbies out there. Now, antennas. You know, these Tamiyas don't come with these antennas. And what I've been using for years is, well, years, yeah, I guess, is piano wire. Piano wire. It's what a lot of guys use. Very thin wire. It's not literally, I mean, it's kind of piano wire. Well, I'm a whiner. So I was trying to make my antennas look better one day, and I was like, oh, maybe I'll get some really, really tiny shrink wrap tubing and you know, shrink wrap, and a lot of guys use shrink wrap tubing. Well, this stuff that I bought, this Plasti-Dip Rust-Oleum grip stuff for dipping tool handles, it was a complete failure at painting on road tires onto plastic wheels. But what it did do really well was make a nice substantial improvement to my piano wire antenna. See, it's a little thicker, it's beefier, and it's already black, and it's rubber texture coating, so it looks quite realistic, quite nice. I'm pretty happy with those antennas. That's my first time using that technique, and it worked out well. Very happy with it. Okay, we're done with panel liner. I'm done for the night. I'll continue this episode with some chipping, and then if that turns out too long, that'll just be a part, and then the next part will be streaking grime and other weathering techniques. And be sort of RB. Time for chipping. Chippity chip chip chipperoo. I began some chipping yesterday just because I couldn't help but start a little chipping. So my chipping style is kind of random. I use the sponge method. This tank is sponge worthy. Anyone who watches Seinfeld gets that joke. So it's, you get it wet. You get it wet with the stuff. In this case, our chipping fluid of choice is Track Black that I made, which is, blackish brownish. It looks good. Shows up nice on the white paint. We dabby dab off the excess paint, and then we dabby dabby dab. But then you can also draggy draggy drag, and that's usually on the sides here where you may be passing by, brushes and hedges and, people, who knows, whatever you're scraping up against. You could do that, and just really be just random with it. I mean, you wanna kind of figure out if this is an area where people step up and they're gonna go here and then climb. And, you do extra chipping where you think there's gonna be extra roughness. And then sometimes it just looks good to put it in random spots where not necessarily somebody's walking or throwing things, but like the bore evacuator, those look good with some chippies on them. So, get to chipping, BRB. Oh, okay, I thought it was time to take a break chipping since my sponge is literally starting to break down from whatever I had in my this special magic bottle of schmoo. It looks great, but it is destroying my sponges. So I got this half of the tank mostly chipped up. You can always add more chipping. It's hard to take it away. So you can see, we got the edges, and we got some heavy wear areas. The wheels are difficult to chip with a sponge. That's a fact. But my stupid GoPro app froze up again. Son of a hey, it's back. All right. I didn't get to the top yet. Most of it. I started a little here. But then, if we turn her around, I started on this side, and I said this would be a good time to show a before and after. So, from like here back, I got some chipping. From here forward, I didn't touch it yet, chipping-wise. Okay, so, nice little, oh my god, this thing weighs a couple pounds. This little close-up. Alright. And then, oh man, whew, she's a heavy girl. Man, this thing, it's a massive beast. Alright. There we are. All patrol-torn, as we say now. Let me get the, even the baskets are a little choppy-chewy. Yeah, okay. Oh my god. Whew, man. Oh, that was harder than playing tug of war with Groot. So yeah, so Hans is getting dirty, and it just makes it really pop. The white paint is unique and different and cool, UN, but without the chipping, it looks okay. I have some color gradations here from the shadow coat, and they show up a little better in person with the human eye. But, man, yeah, that little bit of chipping, well, a little bit, it's kind of, I chip heavily. I'm a heavy chipper. I don't do anything lightly. Is this a piece of foam? Yeah, look, see, I got these little chunks of foam coming off of that sponge. It was time to re-sponge. So yeah, they'll come back, it'll all be chipped. Later. Be right back. Hey, we're back. It's quitting time for this part. We have it all basically. I'm just doing a little final dry brushing here on some of the wider swaths where I'm just not satisfied with something. I don't know. I go overboard. Like literally. I mean this is heavily chipped. This is heavily. I like my tanks to look like pretty well used. Is that a chunk of foam? Yeah, see the stupid foam I'm using. Occasionally, it's okay. I'm just gonna dry brush the bejesus out of that. And then certain areas you just can't get easily with the sponge. You can dry brush. It comes out nice, the dry brush. This is just a little bit of work and some rubby, little rub and tug there. Oh yeah, oof. Sorry, wrong term. Either way, that's that. So let's get some. Let me put this thing in some. Come on, brush, get in there. There we go. Clean you off. Sorry, just putting those in there. Oh man, okay, we're coming up. Oh yeah, it kind of looks like a worn out X-wing TIE Fighter Millennium Falcon type of paint job on here, which is kind of what I was going for. It's a very cool tank. The wheels are a pain in the ass to weather. Little tiny piece of foam, a lot of dabbing and touching and things like that. Dabbing and touching. Yeah. That's looking pretty good. If I don't say so. Ow! Myself. So, yeah. Jeez. Framing! Man, you suck. Wait. Yep. Moving. Framing. That's better. I think I put the camera lower just to try to give you guys a closer view. If something also looks totally different, it's because I forgot to have my stupid $30 studio lights turned on before. Either way, I'm going to clear coat, dull coat this whole thing to lock in all of my chipping and my panel liner. Dull coat the whole thing really well. Then we're going to come back in the next part and do some streak and grime and oil stains and those things, and hopefully a little stowage. But yep, that's it for now, guys. See ya next time. Thanks for watching. Later.